A station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Now at 6, what started out as a police chase ends in a deadly crash, killing all 4 teens in a car. We hear from their loved ones and what happened moments before the accident.
Plus, tens of millions of Americans facing student loan payment requirements right now. We're stretching your dollar so you can recover from the setback.
And later, fallout from Friday's metro derailment as the agency works overtime to get trains up to code.
And good evening, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed a wonderful weekend. We're off to a fantastic start, right? High pressure's taking over. We have a wonderful weather week across the DMV. Full forecast is coming up.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
Great to be with you on this Monday. I'm Thasmeen Mahfouz, and all new tonight, a construction worker rescued after he fell 3 stories. So take a look at this video. It shows the moments first responders pulled him up after he fell. So this happened in the 1300 block of 11th Street in Northwest DC.
Yeah, what led to that fall does remain under investigation right now, but DC Fire and EMS says the man does have critical life-threatening injuries. We do have a crew headed to the scene right now. We're bringing more information as it comes into our newsroom.
And it's been 3 days since 4 teenagers in Prince George's County died in a deadly crash.
Yeah, police now say that car was stolen in an armed carjacking. DC News Now's Yamarie Sase covers Prince George's County for us. She joins us live tonight in Mitchellville, where it all happened.
And Yamarie, police say they tried to initially stop the car, but it took off.
Yeah, that's correct. What we're being told by police is that the car actually tried to move around another car here on Woodmore Road, and that's when the car crashed into this tree directly behind me, caught fire, killing those 4 teenagers. As you can see, balloons and flowers have been placed right where the incident took place here on Woodmore Road in Mitchellville, Maryland. Now, we also learned today that one of the teens involved in the accident was actually released early on what officials called a violent felony offense. Now, right now, we're not sure if that teen was the driver or not, but today, Prince George's County State's Attorney said this was a bad choice that ended in a tragedy.
It is very just heartbreaking. What we are seeing really is a series of bad choices made by people, often young people, that lead to tragic outcomes.
Prince George's County Police say around 7:30 p.m. on Friday, they attempted to stop a car, a Kia with expired tags, but they fled from police. As they were searching for the car, police got a call that a Kia tried to go around another car on Woodmore Road when the driver lost control and crashed into a tree. The car caught fire, killing 4 teenagers inside.
Serenity was the sweetest thing. As bad as her mom is hurting, I'm hurting.
Family members say 2 of the teens were 15-year-old Serenity Selman and 17-year-old Datrell Byers.
I will miss his goofiness. Datrell is a very goofy, funny boy.
She didn't get in any trouble. I mean, Serenity just was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
It was later discovered the car was stolen in an armed carjacking in Greenbelt Friday morning. Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy says one of the other teens that died did have a record.
I also believe that DJS should never release a child who's been charged with a felony prior to any court or judge hearing or evaluating whether or not the individual should be released.
She's asking everyone to step up, not only to keep crime down, but to save our youth.
This honestly is a foreseeable conclusion to a carjacking. So we try to, just instill in our young people the value of life, value your own life, value your neighbor's life.
Now, we also learned that 3 of the teenagers involved in this tragic accident were students at Charles Herbert Flowers High School, and police have not released their names just yet. For now, reporting in Mitchellville, Maryland, I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
Yamarie, thank you. Meanwhile, in Virginia, a teacher at Bellevue Middle School in Woodbridge has been arrested and charged with assault and battery of a student. DC News Now obtained a letter sent to parents of Belleville students. It says that Teresa White has been placed on administrative leave during this investigation. The principal says he's shocked and disappointed by the allegation and does not reflect the rest of his staff. No further information was provided. And developing now at 6, United Auto Workers Union has reached a tentative contract agreement with Mack Trucks to narrowly avoid a strike. That covers about 4,000 workers in 3 states, including Maryland. Mack Trucks confirmed the tentative agreement on a 5-year contract earlier today. Mack said UAW members still need to ratify that agreement, and the union will schedule ratification meetings. UAW officials say more details will become available after members review the deal with Mack, which is owned by Volvo Group.
All right, and what a way to start October. Let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Janessa Webb.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Janessa, just a gorgeous Monday, and so far so good. We like this.
You know, I'm a big fan of October because it's the real transition month where you start to feel the difference, but you have the sporadic days and weeks where we're above average, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Temperatures are back into the 80s, so excited for that. Here's a live look out towards the metro area of just pure sunshine. This is going to be one of those lazy weather weeks where we're just talking about a good amount of sunshine, but you do have the fluctuating temperature contrast. For the next couple days, we're going to see highs. They're back into the 80s, and then they slowly track downward as we go into your late week. Enjoy this, take this in, because we should see official highs around 75, 77, and the next couple days we're talking about 83, 84 degrees. Partly cloudy right now into the lower 80s. The winds coming out of the northeast, really minimal at this time. So whatever plans you have here, it is going to be a nice evening to do whatever, so with no precip in the forecast. We have 80s. They're bouncing around out towards Spotsylvania, Sneal area, Lexington Park, 81 for the plateau areas of Frederick, Maryland. It's going to be a good night with mostly clear skies. We do have a little bit of dense fog that's going to try to develop across our region, but all in all, definitely clear conditions. We have more clear weather in store. We do have one chance of a good bout of rain this week. I'll show you when coming up.
Vanessa, thank you. And we have an update tonight. 2 men have now been charged in connection to a deadly shooting in Prince George's County. It happened on Naylor Road in Temple Hill, Maryland back in June. Police say 49-year-old Jeffrey Coachman and 53-year-old Rico Boonight shot 19-year-old Tyzea Gaither. They say Gaither stole money from one of the suspects, and that's what led up to the shooting. They also say the suspects ran over the victim with their car before driving off. Coachman and Boonight face 1st and 2nd degree murder. And also today, D.C. police are on the search for a person behind a hit-and-run crash today. Police responded to 11th and Florida Avenue in Northwest D.C. just after noon. Now, they say a woman seriously hurt her head after she was hit by a white Infiniti. That woman was taken to a nearby hospital. Her condition still unknown at this hour. The driver of the other car left the scene. Now anyone with any information is asked to call police. And a Fairfax man is being charged with murder after a woman's body was found in Burke Lake Park yesterday, on Saturday afternoon. Police arrested Rami El Said in New Jersey, charging him with murdering 40-year-old Cara Abuscado. DC News Now's Haley Milon is at the Fairfax Police Headquarters with the latest.
Yes, I was inside as investigators walked us through the past 48 hours or so. These 2 individuals knew each other, but only for about 10 days. Police say 40-year-old Cara Abuscado, a mother from Fairfax County, met Rami El Said just days before he allegedly killed her. Surveillance video from the park shows the 2 together at various times in the days leading up to Abuscado's death. Major Jeff Reef of Fairfax Police says campers found Abuscado in this tent. They say she had stab wounds, but an autopsy is being performed to determine her exact cause of death. Also in the tent, El Said's work identification. El Said was gone, and so was Abuscado's car. Investigators entered the license plate number and tracked El Said to Patterson City, New Jersey. That's where he was arrested during a traffic stop around 2 this morning. As police continue their investigation, they ask anyone who went to Burke Lake Park in the past few weeks to share if they spotted either individual.
We would appreciate it if anyone that had been staying at the park has any information that would help us just piece of the investigation together.
Reporting in Fairfax County, Haley Milon, DC News Now.
All new tonight, if you're looking for a job, D.C. is hiring. Mayor Muriel Bowser and other district leaders are trying to fill a number of open positions. Hiring fairs are scheduled to begin November 9th. Priority will be given to veterans and their spouses. There will also be a winter hiring fair in February, another one in August. Now, according to the district, roughly 7,600 people have been hired in D.C. this year. Now, DC Public Schools has seen improvements in their hiring, but the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services is struggling, according to the city administrator.
They have struggled under the strain to be able to keep their youth development officers.
Well, you can sign up for the upcoming hiring fairs at together.dc.gov.
All right, we got to talk about this, right? The Commanders on the losing end of an overtime thriller yesterday. It was a big divisional matchup on the road against the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. And, hey, some major power plays by the Commanders, led by QB Sam Howell. They fought till the end, really had everyone at the edge of their seats. It all came down to overtime when the Eagles won with a field goal, ending the game 34-31. And take a listen to head coach Ron Rivera reacting to the tough loss.
That's what you're looking for, is that kind of growth, that you do something, you make some mistakes, you come back and you play your ass off. It's a hell of a performance by Sam. He bounced back. You know, he learned from last week. He grew and he got better, and it was reflected in the way he played. It was reflective of the way he led our offense. There are a lot of positive things that we're going to take from that.
It definitely was a great game regardless. Now, our sports director, Derek Forrest, will have more on the Commanders' tough loss to the Eagles coming up later in the hour.